Thank you very much. And joining us now from Atlanta are defense attorneys B.J. Bernstein and Drew Findling. And from Austin, Texas, is defense attorney Courtney Anderson, an expert in workplace violence. Courtney, also, you have sort of another area of expertise. Unfortunately, this hits close to home, what just happened in the last 48 hours in Atlanta.
Yes, many years ago, and a relative of mine who was a district judge, a state family judge here in Texas, was involved in a case that she oversaw. A gentleman came to the courthouse with weapons after apparently he was unhappy and unstable, and shot and killed several people.
You know, in this particular case, B.J. Bernstein, what do you think the defense is going to be? How do you defend someone like this?
Well, initially, they're going to have to take a look at, first of all, whether there are any competency or insanity issues. And then the other part to consider is, are there any mitigation issues? Is there any way to try to not get your client to get the death penalty in this case?
Is there any way, Drew, that you can see that being avoided, especially now that we have 4 deaths, including this federal agent?
Well, I think B.J. makes a good point. There's no doubt that they're going to serve notice and make this a death penalty case. And I think what's going to happen is you're going to initiate mitigation proceedings. We have eyewitnesses galore here. So guilt, innocence is not going to be an issue. And they're going to absolutely probe to the day this person was born and analyze his history from a psychological perspective and see what evidence they can present to a jury to get just one juror to fight to keep him alive. And that's the goal in death penalty litigation.
Yeah, and unfortunately 4 people lost their lives. I mean, BJ, major breakdown at the courthouse, right? There's going to be, I'm sure, I've been told some heads are going to roll.
Everything's going to be looked at really closely, not only in Fulton County, but quite candidly, I think every courthouse in the country. I think this was a extreme wake-up call to everyone to look at the procedures, to look what happens in court, and realize, and when people come to court, it's all about confrontation, and emotions can go up, and that's when violence happens.
And Courtney, do you agree that there's going to be changes everywhere real quick?
Well, I really hope so. I mean, I cannot believe all these years later, after what happened to my aunt, what we've seen in other courthouses around the country, that we still continue to have these situations where people are not appropriately trained, prepared, and ready, understanding that this could happen to any of us at any time.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And coming up, a church service turns into a massacre.